The Disney live-action remake of Lilo and Stitch has grossed nearly $900 million at the worldwide box office, but it was supposed to have crossed $1 billion at this point. So what happened? Well, it looks like the director's own words have landed the movie in controversy. So let's rewind and see what we find as the director forgets Ohana and leaves family and audiences behind. Here at Follow the Bradleys Fun, we want you to know that you are not left behind or forgotten because you are the greatest audience on YouTube. Folks, as we catch up with the latest goings-on of Lilo and Stitch at the box office and what's happening with the director, please consider clicking that little like button below as we get on with the show and catch up with what's going on with Lilo, Stitch, the director, Ohana, and somebody gets left behind. But not you. Here we go. The live-action Lilo and Stitch is out. It's doing very well at the box office. It's hit over $800 million worldwide so far. Its trajectory is towards $1 billion, but it's also somewhat divisive among commentators. Some people, like myself, absolutely loving the live action. Full disclosure, I didn't love the animated version. But if you did, that's great. I have no issue with that. Other people are, deeply critical of this new live action version because the ending is different. And some people are saying, where's the Ohana? Oh, let's see what the director said. Probably didn't give the best take, but we are going to get this on the screen. This story out of thatparkplace.com for all the news that should be fun. Bookmark it if you haven't done so yet. This is, again, out of That Park Place by Marvin Montanaro. The headline, Disney director destroys the message of Lilo and Stitch with one tone-deaf quote about its ending. Quote, people do get left behind. Yes, it's a tone-deaf quote because actually nobody really got left behind in the live action, which is kind of weird because he directed it. He should know. There's a cute little screenshot from the live action Lilo and Stitch with Stitch take control. Stitch drive. Stitch drive. When I first watched, and by the way, this is an opinion piece by Marvin Montanaro, just so you know, just so you get that and understand it. So this is his opinion. Yeah, he's opining. And you can give your opinion down in the comments below. Please do. We welcome that. Yes, indeed. Join the comments. Join in the conversation. We appreciate it here at Follow the Bradleys Fun. When I first watched Disney's Lilo and Stitch live-action remake, I didn't hate the ending. In fact, I kind of liked it. The decision to have Nani leave for San Diego to pursue marine biology felt at the time like a bittersweet but noble choice. It wasn't what the original 2002 film gave us, but I saw it as a sister working hard to build a better future, not abandoning Lilo, but trusting she'd return. After all, with Stitch's portal machine in play, the door was still open and she could come back every night. I still left the theater feeling good, but then the director spoke. Oh no. Why? Why do they have to do that? 6 to 6. 6 to 6 good? 6 to 6 bad. In a recent interview with Collider, the grand champion of shill outlets, director Dean Fleischer-Camp tried to defend his version of the Lilo and Stitch ending and wound up completely obliterating the very heart of the story. In a jaw-dropping quote that's already making waves, Camp said the following, quote, we wanted to tell a story that's honest about what it means to lose everything and still find a way forward, end quote. He said, quote, people do get left behind, like what Nani says, and it's incumbent upon the community to make sure they aren't forgotten, end quote. Excuse me? People do get left behind in a Lilo and Stitch movie, the movie that popularized the phrase? Ohana means family. And that family means no one gets left behind or forgotten. That line, that sentiment from the man who created this movie is the exact opposite of what Lilo and Stitch is supposed to be. It's not just a misread of the story, it's a betrayal of the core. live action Lilo is super cute. You just cannot get around that. I don't know that she's probably growing out of that cuteness already in real life because it was filmed a few years ago, but that happens. The original film is beloved precisely because it rejected that fatalistic mindset. Lilo, Nani, and Stitch don't give up on each other. They fight tooth and nail to stay together in the resolution where the Grand Councilwoman allows them to remain on Earth as a family reinforces that bond. Nobody gets left behind. That's not just a quote in the movie, it is the movie. So when a remake director shrugs and tells audience that actually people do get left behind, and that's just life, he's not expanding the meaning of Ohana, he's erasing it. To make matters worse, Camp doesn't just stand by the decision, he lashes out at critics of it, suggesting most of them haven't even seen the movie. A fair amount of people who are dunking on that premise have not actually seen the movie, and they write me stuff that is clearly wrong, he said. Well, hi, Dean, I saw your movie, and the only one who is clearly wrong here is you. His excuse is not clarification, it's deflection. If viewers are reacting negatively to the emotional gut punch of Nani leaving Lilo, even if it's technically done with love, maybe the issue isn't that they're uninformed, maybe the issue is that you changed the soul of the film. And then there's Collider, of course, acting as the dutiful defense squad. Instead of seriously exploring the backlash, they frame the film as a massive success, pointing to a 93% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes and calling it one of the biggest hits of the movie year. The tone, smug, dismissive, almost performative in its praise. Well, that's Collider for you. What are you going to do? But this is part of a broader pattern with Disney remakes, where new directors can't seem to resist injecting their worldview into stories that didn't need fixing. The irony is that Lilo and Stitch was already rich with cultural specificity, heart, and timeless lessons. It didn't need a cynical update. It didn't need a message about how sometimes the people you love just have to go. When I first saw it, I loved it, because I editorialized my own meaning behind the Lilo and Stitch ending. But leave it to Disney Creative to obliterate something you thought you enjoyed with one tone-deaf quote to shill a mainstream media outlet. Stitch a dog? It needed what the original gave us, a promise that even in broken families, even in loss, Ohana means you don't walk away. Dean Fleischer-Camp broke that promise and then tried to tell audiences that the new version is just as good. It's not. He leaves us with the question, what's your take on the new ending? Look, let us know, by the way, in the comments, what is your take on the new ending? My take is I'm ignoring the director because I don't think the director really understands even what he did. And that happens sometimes. I mean, if we're going to be honest, we have to understand that just because you are the creator of a movie doesn't mean that you're going to get what the audience takes away from that movie. Now, I personally took away from it that here's what is happening. Nani is making sure that Lilo does not get left behind. Why? Because Lilo is placed with in the care of her neighbors. Nani is literally coming back to visit Lilo every single night, possibly spending more time with Lilo in this new situation than she would have if she was allowed to continue to live there with Lilo. So I was thinking, like, in a real, like, I know it's an alien, it's a fictitious story and all that, but in my own head, if Nani had stayed, she would have to find a job where she works all the time to support Lilo. By the time she gets home, she's tired. She doesn't want to deal with it. It's a bad situation. By Lilo being taken care of by the neighbor, it makes a lot more sense. Nani's coming back every night. She graduates early. She knocks it out. She graduates in 3 years. She comes back. She's a marine biologist in Hawaii. Guess how much she's making? $81,000 a year to start. Not a bad salary for a 21, 22-year-old girl. That can go up to $135,000 over time. I know because I studied it. I looked it up. So I think that the premise is that Nani is doing what she can to make sure that Lilo does not get left behind, that she creates a better life for her and her sister. She comes back. Lilo's either 9 or 10 when she's done. she's raising her from the second grade, third grade on up, right? And it's a better situation. I think that when Nani comes back and she's a marine biologist and she has her day work, she's basically like acting as the mom to Lilo at that point in time. It all gets better. By the way, they could do that. They could have a Lilo and Stitch 2 where Nani has graduated college and is back. I would do that. I would do that. What would you do? Very, very curious. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think that it should have been the original ending? Are you missing Gantu in the story? If you haven't seen it, there's a spoiler alert. Gantu's not in it. Let us know in the comments below. Yes, please, all of your thoughts. Let us know down below before you go out the door. And thank you for coming in, checking this one out today. And do check out the Daily Dish live right here on this channel, Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. And if you enjoyed this commentary, we invite you to please do click that like button down below. If you haven't yet, consider subscribing to the channel and click that notification bell. When you click it, you stick it to the YouTube algorithm. You get notified of all of our uploads here at Follow the Bradleys Fun. Thank you once again, and until next time, we will see ya real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao!